Hello, everybody. This is Arlo, and I'm back again with another ASMR video. I hope that you can't hear one of my neighbors building something. They've been at it for days now. I think my least favorite neighborly noises are the ones that happen all day long, every day, such as building. You'd think they'd run out of things to build, but they never do. Well, with that, let's jump right in. I have kind of an interesting camera and filming setup right now. Ooh. See, that was part of the interesting camera and filming setup, because it's like a puzzle that before I was missing some pieces and now I'm not missing pieces. I have the microphone, I have the camera, which is my new phone, which is one of the reasons I got it. I have the tripod that's holding up the phone. The one part of this that is still up in the air is I can only see what's being filmed on my laptop, which is to the side, which is why I keep looking to the side. Oh, here's another change since the last time I've seen you. My glasses. They're darker. They're, funnily enough, almost the exact same shape as my old glasses, but we actually unboxed those together, my old ones. These ones are newer, obviously, and you'll notice that they have, or can you see it? Right here is a little magnet, and there's one on each side, and I have a magnetic sunglasses clip that matches the glasses. It's the first time I've ever had a pair like that, and it feels very fancy. It's funny, I've been wearing glasses for the majority of my life, since 2nd grade, and I'm in my 20s now. I don't remember life without glasses, so it's fun. I was telling my partner that this is like my cyborg enhancement, since I am legally blind without them. Unfortunately, I've also gotten to the point now where even with glasses correction, my left eye will never see in 2020 again. It's too bad. But that's okay. Failing vision is just a fact of human life, and some of us get it earlier than others. Well, today I kind of just wanted to go through some of the items that I've been collecting over the past few months to show you guys, and also I've recently taken up crochet again, and by recently I mean within like the last 2 weeks, so I wanted to show you some of the things that I've made. So the first thing we're going to start with is my scarf, because I'm really proud of this. I want you to see the pattern. See, it's a moss stitch. M-O-S-S stitch. Oh, I love it so much. Let's see how it sounds. So I used a lot of this brown yarn with some pink and orange, and I have 3 different multicolored yarns I used in this one as well. There's this one it turns like different shades of green and then white, and then I have another one that goes between yellow and white bright green yarn. And then I almost ran out of yarn to use for this, and I actually, in one of the rows, used like cheap polyester, like unicorn colored yarn, where it changes between like purple and pink and blue. Yeah, very unicorn vibes. And I just used that for one row because I didn't have anything else. I was trying to kind of give this a sense of cohesiveness by alternating. God, that sounded really good. But you can kind of see the pattern, like the orange alternates in the same way, like there's orange and then orange and then orange. And then the dark colored yarns, it's like here, but then bang and then bang, and they kind of line up a bit. And as you can see, I started here and went to the middle and then just did it in reverse there. But yeah, it's a really good scarf too. I was worried that, because it's crochet, there's little holes in it. Like I can stick my finger through it if I wanted to. I'm not going to, but I could. And I was worried the wind would get through it, but I forgot that crochet stitches are quite thick and there's a lot of surface area. This scarf took over 1,000 feet of yarn to complete. It's about 5 feet in length. 5 feet is a pretty good length for a scarf. I think for me, anything between 5 and 6 feet is kind of the sweet spot. But this scarf is awesome. It's awesome. It's creating things is just really magical because it was a cold, windy, a cold, windy day, and I live in Michigan in the United States, where it gets quite cold, although it's actually warm today. It's like 50 something. It's not supposed to be like that, but whatever. It gets quite cold here, and it was a cold, windy day, and I just had a jacket with no hood and a hat, and I thought, oh, I'll be fine. Oh my goodness, guys, it was not fine. It took until that moment, that moment of weakness, when the wind is just like whipping along my neck, because I have short hair. A lot of people have short hair, and there's nothing keeping my neck warm, especially no hood, just a hat, and the hat comes down to here, and you need a scarf. I needed a scarf. I decided I needed a scarf, and so I made it over the course of the weekend. And I will admit, when I get into a crafting mood, I sit down and I craft for like 8 to 12 hours straight. Almost no breaks. I barely remember to eat, barely remember to use the bathroom. I just get really zoned in. And that's what happened. And I honestly actually got kind of sick after I made it. But not sick in like an infectious way, but sick in like a under the weather, fatigued, not doing well kind of way. Like if I push myself too hard. If you're familiar with spoon theory, I run out of spoons. There's no spoons to do anything else. So it was a little miserable, but I have a scarf now. That's nice. Here's another thing I made. I got really enamored with the idea of, and see, I actually don't know how this is pronounced because I've never heard it said out loud, but it's spelled like Filet. So it's either fillet or fillet crochet. And it's when you oh wow, that actually shows up surprisingly well on camera. Let me just tell you, this looks a million times better on camera than it does in real life. Like, can you see that? It says my name, Arlo. Let's see if we can, oh my gosh. But like here's the A, here's the R, the L, and the O. And then when I play games, I like to put a star at the end of my name. So Arlo Star. Oh my god, that looks so good on camera. You can't see it in real life. In real life, it is, you just can't even tell that it says my name. So I'm actually like intensely shocked right now. Wow. Oh my god. I wondered why it didn't come out as nicely as everyone's like Pinterest pictures look when they do it. And I thought, you know, everyone always does it in white, like they just use white to do this, but I did it in orange, so I thought like, oh, maybe the problem was the orange. I don't know. But no, it's actually just that it only comes across on camera. I mean, if I was better at it, maybe it would come across better in real life, but I'm not. This is my first time I've ever done it, so. Oh my god, guys, this makes me so happy. Look. But yeah, so I made a little tapestry. I started making, I really want to make like a triangle shaped fillet crochet. I don't know how to say it. Sorry, I keep looking over here. I just making sure everything's in frame. It is what it is. Anyway. But yeah, I want to make like a bandana. And so I started making one with this same orange yarn. And I mean, you'll notice I use this orange yarn in the scarf too. And I also use this in the next project I'm going to show you. But yeah, I wanted to make a bandana with like a butterfly on it. I thought that would be really cute. And I started following this pattern. And here's the first thing. I've never made a bandana. So I didn't know how to make like a triangle. Okay, that's the first issue. I don't know what I'm doing. Then, never try out multiple new techniques on a project. I mean, not never. I guess anyone, you could do that. I've done that before. But I feel like it's better to just do one new technique at a time. And because I was trying to do a triangle, which I'd never done, and then also the fillet crochet, which I've never done. Didn't work out. Frogged it all, turned it into that. That turned out pretty well. I'm happy with it. Which, speaking of, let's listen to this on the mic. Because the moss stitch and the fillet, I wish I knew how to pronounce it. They're different because this has more like gaps in it. Because I almost think of it as like pixel art, where you have like a grid and then you're just filling in the pixels to draw the picture. Because I mean, you saw I just filled in the pixels to make it look like an A or make it look like an R, an L, or an O. And then I just leave the ones blank to put space in between them. And this one was really fun. It came together very quickly, just over the course of a day. Oh my gosh. Turns out I'm not necessarily like a fabric sounds kind of person. So when I listen to ASMR, I never seek out like fabric sounds videos. And so I've never heard this trigger before, like the crocheted material over the mic, and it sounds really good. Really, really good. Oh, I love that. Wow. So yeah, there's this. Let's see it one more time. Isn't that cool? Does that look cool? I like that. Okay. And then here's the last one I'm going to show you. Oh, it's the same yarn. Can you believe it? Can you tell? I got a couple skeins of this orange yarn and I was like, oh, I've got to use it. It's so cute. That's what happened. So my partner, I made them a water bottle sling. Well, I've been making them water bottle slings for years now. We've been together for almost 6 years now. But the one that they had before, it started like shredding. It's very interesting. I guess it's just the type of wear and tear that their that they put on them, but they always like shred. Like as if a rat was chewing on it, which that happened to me once because I used to have pet rats. But I digress. I made them a new water bottle sling. It looks better with a water bottle in it. It doesn't have as much of like a big toe. Yeah, I highly recommend water bottle slings as like a beginner project because they come together really quickly. And they do use like multiple techniques, but once you understand like the basic structure and shape, you can make them look however you want. You start at the bottom right here and you make a circle out to as big as the bottom of the water bottle, and then you just work up from there. And then I always keep like an inch at the, what did they get on? How did they already get something on this? I made this for them like 3 days ago and they already got like chocolate stuck to it. Well, see, and that's good. My gift is being used. That's a good thing. But yeah, as you can see, I ran out of orange yarn right before I was gonna finish, because that's how you make these. Once again, you start at the bottom and you work around, and then you go up, and then you make the body, climb up the body, and it's good to make the body of it have a lot of gaps so it can stretch, and also then it doesn't take as long, because if you make it like solid, it takes forever. And then my least favorite part is making the strap, and then you make the strap. And I started here, and then I worked my way around, and then I had a few inches of yarn. And here's the thing, I actually just edited this morning because crochet stretches. When you first make it, it's always going to be smaller than when you continue to use it. I think also that like blocking can help with that, but I don't think blocking is very helpful with things like this that aren't like, how would you block this? Just be real with me. How would you block this? I don't think you can. But yeah, so it actually had a much larger green portion. It had 9 more inches on it, but Lucy, my partner, they like it to be really short because they want it to sit like on their back and not on their hip. And it's stretched out, and I noticed it was stretched out, so I offered to fix that. But basically, this isn't the 9 inches. This is just part that I kept because I wanted to see if I could frog it. Oh, they're about the same height. That's actually kind of funny. But yeah, so this used to be, here, and it was a bit longer, but I just cut it, which feels so crazy to just cut crochet. Fiberworks are so cool. Doing stuff like this is so cool. Highly recommend. I feel like crochet is pretty accessible because you can watch a lot of YouTube tutorial videos. Like, there's some really good ones out there. And all you need to start making something is yarn and a hook and a YouTube tutorial. 3 things. That's literally it. I mean, I guess scissors too, so that's 4 things. And if you want to weave your ends in, a lot of people hate doing that. I kind of like doing it, I'm gonna be honest. I saw this person online who said that she can tell when someone started knitting and then went to crochet based on the way they like talk about crochet, and vice versa as well. Like, using like knitting terms to describe crochet things. But for me, I'm a person who started sewing and then went to crochet. I've been sewing my entire life, and so sewing in ends is really fun. I like doing it because you're like hiding it in there. I don't know, it's just fun. But yeah, those are the 3 crochet projects. Oh wow, I can't believe we've really gotten to 20 minutes of me talking about this stuff. I want to try putting this over the mic. Okay, we're back. I guess it really doesn't... Oh, that's quite nice. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know. I think I liked the flat projects on the mic more, especially the scarf. The scarf sounded really good. Well, thank you for listening to my ramble about all my crochet stuff. I hope you enjoyed listening to crochet materials on the mic and hearing me rant about different projects and such. I'll see you when I see ya.